Savage in my hometown, Philly. That happened in 1793, which is just after the American Revolution. If the British had wanted to conquer us again, they should have shown up in Philly in July of 1793. That was our capital city, right? Washington was there, Jefferson was there, Hamilton was there. And we were just trying to figure out how to be a country, and then people started dropping dead. And the government wound up fleeing because yellow fever was a pretty dangerous disease that the British had been paying attention, which clearly they weren't. If they had swooped in, we'd all have weird accents right now. But they didn't. Some of the things I learned when I was researching fever in 1793, especially the things that I was learning about slavery during the Revolution and the lives of enslaved families, that's what led me to write a trilogy about children who were held in slavery during the Revolution that changed forged and ashes. I thought I was done. And the reason I feel like writing fiction about this, I don't know if you guys can see that, but those are faces of some of the founding fathers, and they look kind of weird. Right? They lived a long time ago, they're portraits, right? The top row, for those who can't see, is Ben Franklin, George Washington, John Adams, who's really cranky, and Thomas Jefferson, who's a huge disappointment. A couple of these people from Boston, that on the right two sets from the John Adams series in 2008. Boston is where it started, and it started because King George III wanted money. Kings are notorious, and they're like, give me money. Give me money. And the people of Boston got tired of it. And they began protesting. One of those protests was called the Boston Tea Party, dumped all the tea into the harbor. And King George got really annoyed. And he said, not only do you owe me the taxes from before, now you have to pay me the tea. And you know what people of Boston said? Make us. We're not doing it. And so the tension escalated. George sent thousands of soldiers to Boston. He told those soldiers, don't be nice. So the soldiers are harassing people, right? And then they started to have battles breaking out. Battles in Lexington and Concord, Bunker Hill. Bunker Hill killed lots of people really close to Boston. So most of the parents in Boston grabbed their kids and took off. They fled the city. They became refugees. They thought they'd only be gone for a couple of weeks. That situation didn't change for 9 months. And the people who stayed in Boston, like my main character, she didn't have a choice. She was 13. She's a kitchen maid. A servant like her didn't live with her dad and mom. Whenever I published a book, I was like, okay, that was good, but I wish I had more time with it. I'm kind of old now, so I don't put up with nonsense as much as I used to. So I told my editor, this book is going to take as long as it takes. I am proud. This is the book, I think, my best book ever, and I'm proud of it.